I gotta be honest with you guys. I've made a critical mistake. I've made a terrible decision when I pre ordered the Vessel of Hatred expansion. Luckily, with games such as Assassin's Creed Shadows and Concord, I've learned the hard way to never pre order anything ever again. The only thing I've got pre ordered already is Monster Hunter Wilds, and that's because I have blind faith in that franchise overall, as it's the last franchise that still gives me hope in the gaming industry. But we are here to talk about this cash grab of an expansion. First of all, you should know I am a huge Diablo fan. I've been playing since Diablo 2, and it's been one of my funnest IPs I've ever experienced in all my years of gaming. With that being said, after the disappointment story of Lilith and Inarius, how they decided to make Inarius the angelic male, the evil weak one, and Lilith, the female demon, the reasonable and cunning one, I felt there was more to this story. And then I am glad one of my favorite prime evils showed up to be the next big bad. So as soon as I learned about the new expansion and that we will get Mephisto to be the supposed main evil protagonist, I decided to purchase the expansion right away. I thought, man, this will be amazing. Mephisto will bring us back to the glory days of Diablo. I put my entire trust in Blizzard blindly once again, without realizing it was all a bait. Look, some parts of the story were really interesting. I found Akarat to be cool. I thought Neyrel's storyline was okay. But where was Mephisto? The main protagonist of the story was hiding behind cutscenes and dialogue. The whole reason, like most of us that bought the expansion, was due to Mephisto and his lore. Yet all we got was walking with Neyrel, meeting a Spiritborn, and having him betray us in the end. This expansion storyline was a huge disappointment for me. You would expect the ending to be conclusive and to give you some sort of completion, but nope, they have to make that money over entertainment and quality. So they decide for us to fight a shadow of Mephisto at the end, a weird dog that had a big mouth, who killed the lion form of Akarat, and that's it. Then we finally get the first glimpse of Mephisto, and guess what? He possessed the body of Akarat and now is the Antichrist in a cutscene. Great. Guys, expect another $80 expansion in the next year. And after we kill the embodiment of Mephisto in Akarat, then Mephisto will simply possess another person. And guess what? Get ready for another DLC cash grab. The lack of creativity and disrespect to our intelligence these developers have is outrageous. The only good thing about this expansion of Hatred was the class of Spirit Born. But back in older games, in new seasons that will release, we will get free classes constantly. This release was predatory, and I felt for the trap. When Blizzard announced the Vessel of Hatred, they painted it as this intense, game-changing storyline. We were promised deep lore, complex characters, and some epic gameplay moments. But what did we actually get? A storyline that felt more like a filler episode. One of the biggest issues was the pacing. It felt rushed, like they were trying to cram too much into too little time. Important plot points were glossed over, and character development was practically non existent. You can't just throw a bunch of new characters at us and expect us to care about them without giving us a reason to. Then Blizzard introduced a bunch of new cosmetics and microtransactions tied to the storyline. It's disappointing because Diablo 4 has so much potential. The world, the lore, the gameplay mechanics, all of it is top notch. But the Vessel of Hatred storyline just didn't live up to the standards that we've come to expect from Blizzard. So, what could they have done differently? Well, for starters, they could have taken more time to develop the characters and the plot. Give us a reason to care about the new characters they introduced. Explore the dark themes they hinted at instead of just glossing over them. Give us quests that are challenging and engaging, not just the same old kill this, collect that routine. Throw in some puzzles or unique boss battles to keep things interesting. Don't rush the story and give us a sense of completion and accomplishment instead of giving us an incomplete first episode of a Netflix show out of 250 episodes. At the end of the day, I think the Vessel of Hatred was a missed opportunity. It had so much potential, but fell short in execution. I really hope Blizzard takes the feedback from the community to heart and makes some changes for future storylines. So, what did you all think? Did the Vessel of Hatred live up to your expectations, or were you as disappointed as I was? Let me know down in the comment sections below. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Diablo 4 content. Until the next time, stay safe and stay gaming.